What's up, YouTube fam? All my people out there. Mark Daniel here. I just want to take a little bit of time to talk about some stuff that's just kind of like on my mind, stuff that I've been thinking about. Um, for you guys that follow me, I know you guys all know that I do music. I'm an aspiring artist, aspiring rapper, audio engineer, all that good stuff. Um, but I want to make sure that I'm using my platform not only just to like show my music, but also to kind of like show people who I am, um, what I'm about, and how I think about things. I also I want to do these these little vlogs and just kind of talk to you guys, get some stuff off my mind. Get a one-on-one going. That being said, today I want to specifically just talk about like that feeling of discouragement and momentum in terms of like trying to get a goal done. So the thing is, a lot of times like the the hardest part is actually getting moving. You know what I'm saying? Doing the first step. The first steps are always going to be the hardest. It always looks the ugliest. You're gonna feel a lot of times, especially when you're trying to accomplish a goal, like you're gonna feel like you're not. You're gonna feel so the best way I describe it is like you're gonna feel like you're in quicksand and it's pulling you, and you just can't get enough momentum to get moving or get out. You know what I'm saying? Um, but the truth is that that's not real. The truth is that if you just keep trying a little bit at a time, like you will accomplish your goal. That's just a plain simple fact. But it takes time, effort, and consistency. All right. It takes you getting in front of the goddamn thing every fucking day, even if it's just 30 minutes. All right. Another important thing is that I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like you need to suck it up and you need to fucking just go do it. Well, I understand that it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? I get that like it's a process. Sometimes before you even get to the process of doing the task, you have to go through the personal process of understanding and letting it click in your head that this is something that you want to do, right? You have to go through that process. Sometimes it takes time. It could take you a year just to be able to dive into a funk where you realize like I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work here anymore. I want to do something else. It takes you going through that process. It takes the time for it to like actually settle and like for you to actually convince yourself, okay? If that's where you're at, you need to if that's where you're at, you need to make sure you push away all the people that are discouraging away from you, all right? Because it takes energy and effort to channel yourself into a direction. It takes mental energy, all right? It is hard. It's not easy. So if you have somebody around you that's discouraging you, telling you like you're not going to do it, or you need to do this, or you'll never succeed because of this. Well, they don't understand that you're going through your process. They think of the world linear and black and white. Like that's not how it is, unfortunately. All right. So if there's anybody around you that's discouraging, protect your energy. All right. Be around people that are going to encourage you and make you feel good and make you feel like you can do it. Okay, because that's super super important. Is building a team of people around you that are going to be be good for you, okay? Anybody that's not good for you, get them the fuck away from you. That's number one. Protect your energy and start to zone in on your goal and build a team around you that is going to be encouraging. Even if it's just for words of encouragement, you need those people around you. All right. Second thing, um, if you are on your task, if you've already gone through the process of convincing yourself that this is something that you want to do, and you're actually started doing it, it's important to understand that the process is everything. The process is everything. You're not going to be able to just, this isn't homework, all right? You're not going to just sit down for 4 or 5 6 hours at a time trying to get something done. There's something called um, diminishing returns. When you're spending so much time on something, you start to fatigue naturally. And once you're in that fatigue state, personally, I feel like it's not worth it because the product that comes out from you is gonna be subpar to the stuff that you would be making if you were fresh, right? That being said, making sure you figure out the perfect workload for you, okay? That is important. Everybody, and really honing in on your process. If you feel like you can't wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get something done, don't. All right? Don't. You should be figuring out how to make it work for you, okay? When you set out these expectations and these goals that are like unmanageable and unrealistic and you don't reach those things, you're going to feel discouraged. Don't set yourself up for discouragement. Set yourself up for success. Now, what that means, set little goals. Little goals, not big ones. You don't need to be thinking about what you're going to be doing 5 years from now. Okay? I know everybody's like, what's your 5 year goal? What do you expect to be? That doesn't fucking matter. All right? You have an idea of where you want your life to be and how you want to live, and that's all that's important. Now, what's the only other thing you need to be focusing on is what is happening right now, what's in front of you right now, all right? What's the goal and the task at hand right fucking now? Don't think about a week from later. What is it that I could do right now? If that means it's me watching a fucking YouTube video and learning about something, then do that. If it's me, just sitting in front of the goddamn song and listening, then do that, all right? But it's important that you figure out it's important that you figure out something that's going to work for you, okay? If coming home, after work is not doing it for you and you can't get to your goal, maybe you do it before work. Maybe you have to figure out a process and you have to be willing to experiment with it in order to find something that's going to work for you that you could stick to. All right? And again, make sure you're setting little. So I've heard this thing once. It's like when you set a task or a goal that's small enough for you to accomplish, it can't be too easy, because if it's too easy, you're not going to be entertained enough to stay engaged. You need to find something that is the perfect amount, because if it's too long as well, like I said, you're just going to feel discouraged. You're not going to feel like you could get it done. But if you find something in that sweet spot, just where you perform your best. Let's say it's an hour's worth of work, only 1 hour, or let's say even 30 minutes worth of work, that is okay. Stick to that. If that means you do it every day for only 30 minutes, whatever the fuck your task is, then do that. Because when you accomplish a task that is just in that sweet spot, it leaves you motivated and thirsty for more. Because you're going to put it down today feeling good about what you did. It's like, man, I did a good job. I feel good about what I laid down. I'm not, and then you could come back the next day fresh and excited to get it done. But if your process is garbage, right, and you come home from work and you stay up till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning trying to get something done, and try to get something done, and you're waking up at 2 o'clock in the evening, and then you have to go to work and you don't have time, and you're tired, and by the time you come back home from work, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're not gonna want to do that, right? You have to figure out your process, and you have to fucking hone in on that shit. So for me, for example, the first thing I had to do was fix my sleep schedule so I could wake up at a decent time. I'm not talking early. I'm talking like 9 o'clock in the morning. That's decent, you know what I'm saying? That gives me good solid 2-3 hours to get breakfast, take a shower, and sit down in front of my computer, whether it's to put a post out, let people know what's going on, update my music, work on whatever the fuck it is I'm doing for the day. It gives me like about a good solid hour to do that. Today I decided I'm gonna make a video, Now I could go to work. I feel good that I got something done before work. I could come home and I could chill and I don't have to worry about anything. And that's it for the day. 1 fucking hour. That was it. And, a lot of people looking from the outside and say, like, that's not enough. He's not doing it. They add up. Trust me. A year later, here I am. I feel like even though my train on the tracks is moving slowly, I'm starting to move. I have momentum now. I'm not sitting at a standstill, and I feel good about where I am in my process. And it's encouraging because it makes me want to come back and do it again and keep showing people, you know what I'm saying? So, what time is it? That being said, I gotta go to work. I love you guys. Stay up. Continue to stay creative. Show people what's up. Figure out your process. Figure out something that works for you. And if you haven't figured out what you want to do, start figuring out the process you need to go through to find something that's going to be good for you. All right? That being said, I love you guys. Stay up. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.